Hi Stampers, it's Madeline from stampwithmadelyn.com, and today we're going to make an awesome and easy action card. So this is using the Lift Me Up stamp set, and it is a secret message card. So I love interactive cards, but sometimes they seem a little bit difficult, and this one did at first, but I'm going to show you how it can be super easy and you can make lots of them in a cinch. So this is really cute. This stamp pull is from the paper pumpkin from last month. It was the birthday invitations, and I love that stamp set. This pull stamp has made it possible to make super cute action cards like this. So when you pull it, the balloon moves along the town, and it also gives us this secret message, and I just love that. My favorite part is the balloon moving. And we will make this track just using our cutter, but there are some die cuts that I've seen people use online that do this as well, but it's super easy to do this with your Stampin' Up cutter, and I will show you exactly how to do it. So let's get started with this adorable card. So let me show you what you will need. You will need a card that is cut at 4.25 by 11, so it's the long way, and the card will go horizontal like this. And all of my dimensions and all my supplies I'm using will be all on my blog, stampwithmadelyn.com, and the link will be below, so definitely check it out. So Celebration is coming to an end, so March 31st is the last day to spend $50 and get something for free. A stamp set, designer series paper, a card tin, the new glitter paper, and so this is from the Carried Away designer series paper that is in the Celebration catalog. So the Lift Me Up set will be in the catalog until the end of May, but the designer series paper will not. So if you're a fan of this stamp set like I am, you definitely want to stock up on the designer series paper. So I will have the link for it on my blog, so check it out. So this is covering the entire front. So this is 5.5 by 4.25. Then you're going to take another piece of designer series paper from that Carried Away set. This is 3.5 by 3.5. Then you're going to get a piece of Pool Party cardstock, and this is going to be 3 by 3.25, so it'll fit really nicely on there. Then you want a scrap of Pool Party that's going to be 1 inch by 3 3/4. This will be our pull tab. Then you need just a scrap that'll fit the balloon stamp on it, and again, these are all in Pool Party. Then you're going to need a stamp that's going to fit 2 1-inch circles on it, and you'll see why we'll need those soon. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is actually make this slice in here to make it so the balloon will move along it. And can you think of what makes it so it can do this? Because it took me a while to figure it out, and I'm super excited that I did, and I can't wait to share it with you. Okay, so you're going to get your cutter out. Okay, so what we're going to measure here is it's 4.25 across here. You want to get into the middle of it just so it looks even, but it's okay if it's not exactly even, because the designer series paper is so beautiful and noisy that you won't really notice it much. Okay, so we're going to go to about 2 1/8. And we want to come in about 1 inch. So you want to look at your ruler here on the clear part, and we're actually, I think, let's do 1/2 inch. So we're going to start at 1/2 inch here, and you're going to cut. So it's going to be scary. You want to cut all the way until the 5. Okay, so it's 5.5 this way, 4.25 this way. So we're starting at the 1/2 inch here. So what you want to do is place your paper. So we're at 2 1/8. You want to place your paper. You want to get your blade to where it's at 1/2 inch, and then place it down. That way you don't cut your paper up at all. So we're at 1/2 inch, and we're going to go all the way until the 5. Okay. So we're at 1/2 inch, we're going to go all the way, change my mind, so we're going to go to 4 3/4, just so we have some excess here. Okay, now what you're going to do is you just want to move it a little bit. So you're going to move it by 2/8, so we're going to go to 2 1/4 and then 2 3/8. Then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to start where you left off, so at 4 3/4, and you're going to go to the 1/2 inch. So now you should have 2 lines cut in here, and you'll have that strip of paper, okay? So instead, I tried a lot to try to use the cutter in order to cut these, but it just doesn't work out. So what you're going to do is take some little snips, and you're just going to snip the edges here. That way it comes out nice and clean, and you don't have to worry about over cutting. And there we go. So there is your little window that's going to house our contraption. So you can put your cutter away for right now. Now, the next step is to do the contraption in here that'll make it so the balloon will move right along the track. So we are going to be using a 1-inch punch. So this will be on my blog, and the supply link to my store will be on there. So we're going to use our little pool party scrap that we had. So this is it, and we're going to be cutting 2 circles out of it. Okay. Now, you could use a framelit if you wanted for this. The punch is just super easy. Okay, so now what you want to do, and you can measure this if you want, but I didn't, you're just going to fold both of these circle pieces in about 1/4 of a way and smooth it out. You want there to be some flat surface because you're going to attach these 2 circles together. So see how there is a flat part of the circle and I have 2 creases? That's what you want. So it'll look like this, like a little taco, but with a bigger bottom, the bigger boat. So you're going to do that on both of these. And it's okay if it's not exactly even. This part is very forgiving, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now we have both of our tacos. And if you have to change it a little bit, just keep folding. No one's going to see this part, so it's okay if you have to adjust. Okay, now we want to attach these 2 circles together like this. Okay, so you'll want to use glue dots or adhesive. I'm going to use my tape gun here. You're just putting adhesive on that center part, and you're going to attach the 2 circles together. Okay, so now what you have is 2 circles put together so they look like this. Not even, not pretty, but that's okay. This is just a simple way and no one's going to see that. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you want to put this into our window. So you're just putting in 2 of these clips down in and then flattening it out, and that's it. Just like that, and then you have your 2 circles. See how simple that was? So let me show you again. So here we are with our 2 taco boats together. You're going to take one of the taco boat clips, put it into the window, just like that, and then you're just going to flatten both sides. So then you have the 2 circles. There you go. And we're going to cover that up so no one's going to see that. Okay, so next is the stamping. So take your big scrap for your balloon. We're going to be using the Lift Me Up stamp set. This is the clear rubber that I have, the red rubber. And we're going to be using the bigger balloon. I'm going to be using Night of Navy for stamping. All right. So you are going to want to get your balloon on a clear block. You're going to tap, tap, tap. Make sure the balloon is nice and inked. And then you're just going to place it. And there we go. There is our adorable balloon. So along with the balloon stamps, I also have the framelits. So this is nice and super easy. I can just put this through my Big Shot and it'll cut out my balloon for me. So I'll be right back. Okay, and there we are, our balloon nicely cut out using our framelits. Next, you're going to use adhesive and attach your balloon onto this front circle. So my advice is to put adhesive all over this circle and not on the balloon, because you don't want the balloon to make it so the circle sticks onto the background. You want it to be adhesive free except for on this top of the circle. So place the balloon the way you want it onto that circle, and there we are. Simple, simple. So now the front of the circle is covered, and now we have to work on the back one. So you want to take out your pieces of designer series paper and the other piece of pool party cardstock that's shaped, cut for the designer series paper, and we're going to do a little bit more stamping. So we're still going to be using the Night of Navy ink, and you can see in this one what I did. So just a note to lift your spirits. So this is still using that Lift Me Up stamp set. I did the sentiment and the big cloud and the little cloud. I just think this stamp set is too cute. Alright, so I'm going to do the sentiment first. So just stick it to your clear block. You're going to tap, tap, tap on this Night of Navy. Make sure it's nice and inked. And then just center it where you want it. There we go. Then all you have to do are the balloons. So I'm going to do the big balloon first. There we go. And then the small balloon. You just want to make sure these clear stamps are nice and stuck onto your blocks before you do it. There we go. How cute. Now you're going to adhesive this onto your designer series paper. Just center it on there nicely. Okay, we are almost there. Now we want to get that long scrap of pool party that you had that was an inch long, an inch wide. Here is the stamp set from the paper pumpkin. So it was a fun birthday kit, and it has this pull, and I swear this is going to stay in my collection forever. I just love that stamp. So we're just going to get a long and narrow block, ink it up really nicely, and then you want to make sure that you use a piercing pad, because this is not red rubber. This is the photopolymer stamp. And you're just going to center it on the very top of this and stamp. We are almost there. Now, you want to attach this to your designer series paper just like this. So I'm going to put adhesive all along this part, and then I'm going to center this exactly where I want it. You want a little bit of excess showing, as you can see on this example. And there you go. Now, for the finishing touch, now we need to attach this to the circle on the inside here. So there's a few options that you can do. You could put an excess scrap and attach it from here to here, or you could attach this right on the full circle. I need it to hang off a little bit. So I need just a scrap piece of pool party, and no one's going to see this ever. You just need something long enough that's going to stick from here to your circle. Okay, so I just got an extra piece of scrap here, and I'm going to attach it like that. So you just want to make sure that you have enough showing here, and look, I love how you can see the little cloud behind it. You can move this around any way you want to show what's showing, but I'm going to get it just like that, and then I'm going, oops, so line it up the way you want it, and then you want to adhesive right down. So I'm going to again put adhesive only on the cloud here, or on the circle, and then put adhesive here so that the scrap sticks where I want it. And there you go. And you could skip this step. You could always make this strip longer, but I just wanted to show you, just in case you get stuck and you don't know what to do, this is another option. All right, so now look at this. There we go, see? So that is the basis of the card, and now we're going to attach it to our card base so it's nice and sturdy. So get out your card base. Now, this is very important. You want to adhesive, but only on parts that are not going to affect your design in here. So I'm going to put adhesive here, here, and here, being very careful not to touch where the paper is going to be. And you just want to double check and make sure it's not going to touch. Okay, and then you're going to center it onto your card. And there we go. That is all there is to this card. And there we go. Look how cute. Your secret message and motion card with the Lift Me Up stamp set. I really hope that you liked this card. I know that I love it. I love action cards that are super easy to make. And if you have any questions, please leave me a comment in below. Make sure to check out my blog that has all the dimensions and all the supplies that I used for this. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this card and liked this video. And make sure to hit that red subscribe button so that you stay tuned for all of my fun and easy tutorials coming up. And for now, keep stamping, Stampers. Bye.